We began this year with Africa last week. With Austria in the background today, we have plenty of ground to cover coming from different studios this week. Ladies and gentlemen, a growing sim for sure. Hit that subscribe button for future releases. Before we move forward, FSAcademy is one of the things that can up your experience in flight simming, offering you VFR, IFR flying, airliners and more. It actually has been an engaging experience for me, and I certainly can't be happier trying that. Now, the popular item beginning this year would be the EJet. It reminds me of the days of the CRJ, or Phoenix, PMDG, trying to get us all excited about the next release. Now, some folks brought heat into this release. Some folks enjoyed it, including me. It's too early to call it a finished product, but I think it's coming well so far. A city hopper as we see this size, and to me it's a little bit of everything that matters, including details. A beta mode to put it, as there are many elements to be marked, making it a work in progress item. Hopefully, I mean and hope to see this to be a great product by the time we get all the items sorted. It's almost time since we saw a few more jets arrive, and India Fox Techo seems to be very well in progress with their Tornado. Now here's the interesting part, not just this team, we have Just Flight as well working towards a similar model. There are many complications that can happen, and if things aren't the way it's supposed to be, some teams take things a bit more seriously. This has been the case with the devs at India Fox Techo, especially with the quality of assets they owned. Now the good news is that this was started once again, all the way from scratch, and this can enable the teams to have a better learning curve, hoping to offer us an accurately 3D modeled aircraft with textures, and it certainly appears to be on the satisfactory mode for the team with the current set of items they have. Towards GA aircraft, study level, the team claims it, and we're talking about a team who's been keen to deliver the Morley M7. A family of single-engine light aircraft that was manufactured in the US since the 80s. Now, Pilot Experience Sim has been thrilled to bring us this, almost in the final stages of development of their very first kind. A familiar aircraft during the FSX timeline, and one of the best default ones, and I do believe this could be one of the reasons why the team chose to bring it to the sim. It's a Project Pro to be loved and certainly missing at the sim, and it makes total sense to rework from ground up to offer us a beautiful study level project. With all the systems in sync, functional including fuel and electrical systems, this has been a labor of love from last year. Now each component of the Morley has been well put into focus with great attention to detail, referencing closely with the manufacturer's manual and something worth following for sure. Moving to classics here, Orbx are getting a bit more popular, and with the right teams behind, projects like these can get more exciting. We're talking about Flying Iron Simulations who offered us a beautiful Spitfire and many more exciting projects including the F6F Hellcat and the P-38. A promising year they state, which is very good news. We can't go wrong with a team like Flying Iron Simulations. The Messerschmitt Bf-109 seems to be the next exciting one. A World War II warbird, which makes it an obvious choice. Now last year was when we heard the first bit of news, and the team have made considerable progress over time. An aircraft with details, with a custom flight model, systems, ground handling and more. Now apart from the Messerschmitt, we should expect the Focke-Wulf FW-190, which is a backbone of the fighter force during World War II. It's too early to get into details on this one, but the first set of images should give us an idea on what to hope for. Ground level speaking, what airport are we looking at? An Orbx product by the way, the Asturias airport, LEAS in short. Located on the northern coast by the Bay of Biscay, that's located beautifully with an ocean view, bringing something for most simmers to enjoy. Now this was a P3D release initially that was slowly reworked and migrated to the sim, covering ground textures, beautiful new clutter, custom animated jetways, airside traffic and more. Now there are other studios who have cancelled their plans, including Blackbird, with the intention of the ATR, and this is not really exciting to know. Formerly known as Milwiz. Now there are a few reasons on why this decision was made, and it makes total sense. Firstly, a similar project has been in progress from Hans Hartmann that takes more time and effort. Now secondly, all of these take a lot of effort, and I do believe this was a good decision. Competition is a good thing, but it would rather serve a better purpose if you focus on something else different, instead of competing with the masters. In the world of development, what should we expect? There's no doubt the sim has reached a good state. Of course, there are many other things to factor in. Sim Update 12 is the next big thing. We do have world updates, but what matters to us is the manner the sim can function, helping us get the best experience possible. Now, Sim Update 11 was a great addition back in November, and with one of the primary things being helicopters and gliding simulations, added its own unique ways with new fluid dynamic simulations. What's something we can take note of Sim Update 12? The sim certainly can get better, and especially on VFR flying. I'm pretty certain most of you have had similar experiences. Imagine gliding over Alps, noticing not really well-formed terrains, rounded mountains at times, and things can generate more accurately. This is something to be worked on. Terraforming is one of the key items during this update, and the team have been trying to give us a new version of a possibility this kind. DEM terrain tools can make a difference. Imagine having smoother experiences or seeing a much more accurate terrain around airports. Now, there have been instances where we have experienced uneven terrains in and around airports. This has been an issue where users can notice, as the transition doesn't really happen naturally, plus experience bumps. Hopefully, we should see this happen soon on Sim Update 12 and many more things to discuss. Our next item is giveaway winners, but before that, I'd like to do a shout out to a few folks out here. FSAc Shark Mister. The amount of help this gentleman has helped can't be measured here. Big thanks to you, brother. You certainly are a cowboy. A shout out to Jake to boost our Discord server. Big thanks for that, mate, as it can benefit us to a great deal. Alright, before we move to events and freewares, we began this year with a range of giveaways last week, and it's time to see the lucky winners, refreshing our memories on the prizes. 10 of them, an emergency lights pack from South Oxco covering the US, 1 Seafront Simulations pack covering the Hawaiian Islands, 2 Canary Islands packs from Seafront Simulations, 2 Miramar jet fuels, to top it all, 2 cool aircraft, a Vision Jet and a Wilga PZL 104. And before we pick the winners, thank you all for those kind comments, and it means a lot to me. Alright, time for the winners. The winner for the Emergency Lights pack covering the US is Pascal Innocenzi. Seafront Hawaiian Island pack winner is Crazy Caper. 2 winners for the Canary Islands pack from Seafront Simulations are Johan Olivia and Chris Osku. 2 RX pack winners are Pupatolino 75 and Geminito. 2 Miramar Jet Fuel pack winners are Chris Matsukas and Ari Home. The winner for the Vision Jet is Brian Crawley, and the winner for the Wilga PZL 104 is Suddenly Solo. Big congrats to all winners. Please reach me at Discord. We can work out the details. And to those of you who didn't win, we're gonna have plenty more giveaways, and this is just the beginning. Towards events, the exploration of Australia continues with the Aussie Group Flights team. This week, the plan is to take off from Weipa, heading to Kowanyama. Mark your calendars as the event is on the 13th, that's Friday. One of the things that has been an exciting part would be events, folks. Last week we had a smaller event with our own Vision Jets. What a thrill it was to see Nautical Miles, Furious Fish and Broadzilla fly together on our own Vision Jets. It was exciting, and do join our Discord server. We're gonna have plenty more flights with more and more fun. Plus, we do share the latest news on the sim. Freewares. Now this week, let's move to Washington, the US. Bellingham International Airport, KBLI in short. It's a brand new airport that was released 10 days ago with an almost 5-star review. The Dev Junglist has had a good start covering ground markings with an accurate level of layout to the airport. Redone work on pavements with more details and variety. Taxi signs, corrections made on several areas, added hangars and updated them for GA aircraft and many more things. So big thanks to this dev for this airport. The link to both Freeware and community events can be found in the description below. We hope you liked this video. We have so much more coming. Do subscribe for more. Until next time, do take care.